Hi everyone, it's Desiree Caskey back for another short video in this video series about creating a virtual classroom. So far what we've talked about is why would we have a virtual classroom, and we've looked at effective ways to search for images using a Google image search. We've talked about saving images to our hard drive, and we've talked about the best types of images, and really truly those are probably a mixture of photos and clip art. And then we have started our classroom. We've put our background into our classroom. I thought right now what I would do is help you add some images into your classroom just by giving you some Google tips along the way. So let's take a look at a couple of tips that I think might help you a little bit when you're using Google Slides. Okay, let's turn that darn camera off. Ugh. Okay, so first things first, we talked in our last video about use a blank slide, and then if you're going to put a wall in your classroom, make sure that that's the background of your slide. I don't know that I explained why we put the background, so I apologize for that. The reason that you want to put your wall as your background is because when you do that in Google Slides, you can't move it. And because we're going to be adding a ton of images and layers of content onto our slide, we want to have the least amount of confusion and conflict between all the elements that we're using on our slide as possible. So what we did is we created an image as the background of our slide. We're going to look at copying and pasting images, inserting images, and then we're going to talk about putting images together and layering images, putting them in front of or behind them, adding hyperlinks, and then finally how to share out your classroom. Now this one video is not going to be all of that, but I just want you to know that's the direction that our series is going to take. So in this particular tutorial or video, if you will, I want to talk to you about why we're using transparent and what we can do if we accidentally grabbed an image that wasn't transparent. So let's start with that. Okay, I'm going to hit escape so that we can go to our Google slide that we started, and I'm going to insert two images here. The first one, I'm going to go insert, upload from my computer, and my screen is really tiny, so let's get it back so I can see things. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do this houseplant that I picked up earlier. And remember I put a T in front of it for transparent so I could kind of show you what that would look like. Dun, da, da, da. This looks like kind of a magical plant. So if I were going to be going with a magical theme, that might be a plant I would use. But it's not, so I'm going to shrink it. It is going to be a floor plant, and believe it or not, I am going to have a link in associated with this plant, and so I am making it an essential part of my classroom. Oh, there we go. Okay, so looks okay. I may have to put it in front of something to make it look a little bit better later. All right, so that was my transparent image. I'm going to bring in an image that's not transparent, and this was just the regular house plant. And you can see right away what the problem is, right? So why we want to make sure when we're doing a Google image search that we choose, and I'm going to do floor lamp this time, that we choose that transparency. Click on Tools. Oh, I'm faster than my computer. Faster than my computer. Click on Tools, Size, Large, Color, Transparent. Look at me, I am just super fast and my computer is not. And then finally, usage rights, labeled for reuse. Okay, now, oh goodness, we don't want that floor lamp. I'm actually going to take a floor lamp that's not transparent just to show you how I can fix it if I want to use it. So I'm going to come back here, garbage, click delete. I'm going to come back to my image search. I'm going to put this back to any color, and I'm going to find a floor lamp that I like. This is kind of a cute floor lamp. This is really cute. It's not really me, but I'm going to take it for these purposes. Okay, so I'm going to click on this floor lamp, and I'm looking at this going, that's kind of cool. I might use this. So I'm going to go ahead, right click on it, save image as. It's not transparent, so I'm going to type in NT floor lamp just to kind of help myself remember. Okay. I want to take this floor lamp and I want to use it in my classroom. So how do I make it transparent? Well, I don't know if you remember, but I told you there's a tool called Photo Scissors. So we're going to go to Photo Scissors, oops, and you have to type it correctly, and we're going to take out the background of this lamp. Now, Photo Scissors requires that you upload the image. So that's why when I was in my Google image search, instead of just copying it, if it were transparent, I could copy and paste it. But because it's not and I have to do something with it, I needed to save it. Okay, so I'm going to click on Upload Image, Not Transparent Floor Lamp, Open. Now look at it, it's rendering it. And then what it's going to do is it's going to say, I think this is what you want. Oh my gosh, look how easy that is. I'm actually done. Now, just an FYI, if it did not pull out what you want, you can actually use some of the tools in Photo Scissors. That's going to be a totally different tutorial. This worked, I'm going to run with it. So here's what I do. I come over here to this little save button, and notice it says, oh, you have to pay for a high resolution. Fine, I'm just creating a virtual classroom. Download the low resolution. And now I have, and I have to be careful, I have this image called NT floor lamp. It is now a .png, a portable network graphic image, and it downloaded to my default downloads. So I have to know where it went. That's really important. Okay, let's go back to our slide. Oh, I'm so excited to put this floor lamp in, you guys. Here we go. Upload from my computer. And notice that the NT floor lamp .png is not in this folder. It's because that's not where my downloads go. My downloads go to my downloads. For a minute there, I thought they went to my desktop. Wrong computer. Okay, here they are, or here it is. Floorlamp.png. I'm going to click open and watch. Oh, right? I'll put that floor lamp right over here by the plant. And do you notice that I have a large gap of nothingness? This is a tip for you. If you look, I've put two images right beside each other, but one image overlaps the other image in its surrounding area. I mean, they're both transparent, so it's fine, except if I want to move the plant, my floor lamp is in the way. So here's what you do. Are you ready? We learned this already when we were putting our flooring in, but let's see if we can remember what to do. I need to crop this. So I'm going to double click. I get my crop lines, and I'm going to bring this in as close as I possibly can so that I have as much room to work around this image as possible. Even from the bottom, I'm going to pull it up a little bit. And from the top, I'm going to pull it down a little bit. The reason that you want to crop that extra air from your image is because literally anywhere inside those lines of an image, that's considered a layer. And you cannot get to anything that's behind it unless you move that image or you decrease the area that it's taking up in its layer, thus cropping it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that crop. And now look, Now I can see if I've got my floor lamp right beside my plant, I can click on my plant and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about accidentally clicking and moving or whatever it might be on the wrong one. Okay, I hope that that makes sense to you. What we're going to do in our next tutorial is spend some time in Photo Scissors and really learn how to use it. Hopefully you're starting to get some images downloaded and we can start putting together more of our virtual classroom.